Welcome to Raining Blue and White. I'm your host, Robert. This is the place where we talk about Penn State football and college football in general. Our main mission is to cut the bull, to be a lean, mean fighting defense, and be as versatile as a pro-style offense. Let's get this going. Today, we're going to be talking about some local kids from where I'm originally from, which is Schuylkill County, a small little county in Pennsylvania. So we're going to get into the discussion with one of the local kids. We're going to be spanning from FBS, which is Division One, to FCS. There we go, FCS, and also Division Two. So we're going to get to the first player, which would be in a minute. Let's get this load up. Okay, it would be Tyler, who's a junior linebacker from Penn State, which is my team. He comes from pretty much Frackville, Pennsylvania, which is at North Schuylkill, which is a Spartan. So he's originally from where I'm originally from. He comes from north of my hometown, which will be another player I'll mention who comes from my hometown. So pretty much a middle linebacker. He played, from what I saw on the stats from Penn State's site, he played all 12 games. So, or was it 13? I don't even know if he played in the bowl game, but he was pretty much, this will be his junior year. Hopefully he gets to see more playing time. But the problem is that's a loaded defense, so he might get some rotational work. Now we'll head into the next player, which would be, giving me a second here. Okay. Next player is from Pitt, Gavin, which is a junior tight end, also from Schuylkill Haven, Pennsylvania, which is he's one of the lucky kids. He didn't have to go to Schuylkill Haven and be a Hurricane. He's actually played for Blue Mountain, which is just south of Schuylkill Haven. So Blue Mountain's a Division 4A school, 4A, which there's only, to my research, to double check because of how they changed things up in 2010, there's only two schools that are 4A, which is Blue Mountain and another school I'll be mentioning later on. So he's a tight end, which at 6'5" and 250 pounds, pretty big boy. Sounds familiar to most of the guys I've ran into at Blue Mountain, especially when at my times of working on the sidelines. Those Blue Mountain boys are big. Okay, we're going to get to our next one now. This is going to be FCS school we're heading into now. So, now we're going to go to the Villanova. Jake Green, of course, he's a defensive lineman, 6 foot, 285 pounds, from North Schuylkill, another North Schuylkill kid. He's originally from Ashland, Pennsylvania, which is, because how the schools are set up, there's multiple towns sometimes to combine for one big school, which this school does, and also Blue Mountain does. There's a few of the schools that actually, they swallowed up all their smaller schools, which North Schuylkill swallowed up. It used to be Frackville, then they grabbed also Ashland to combine to make North Schuylkill. But he's in an FCS school, Villanova, which this is kind of weird. We only see very few kids from this area, but it's kind of expected. But I've even done some other research I'll talk about after showing our last player. This one's going to be fun for me. Now we're dropping down a division. We'll be dropping down one division, and now we're going to Division 2. This will be the University of Bloomsburg, which this kid actually comes from my home school. So he's from Pottsville Area High School, which is another one of those schools that combine multiple ones. Because Pottsville combined parts of what would be coming closer to Minersville, and we swallowed up St. Clair in the 1980s. So he's a quarterback. This one has actually made me a little bit upset, like, because I looked at the average height and weight. This kid could be even a FBS quarterback. He's pretty much a quarterback, and why? Because he has the height. He's a little underweight, but I don't know. Maybe there's reasons. This is because he's pretty much. I don't even know if there's any tape on the kid. I don't know how he throws or anything because I'm no longer around in that area. If I was, I probably would be able to tell you more. This is the one thing that frustrates me about this. We have kids that have the size and everything, but it seems, I don't know if it's the scouts or whatnot, but these kids are not getting even a shot at even, because I've looked over the years, it seems like the cutoff date for it is 2010. Like I was saying a little bit earlier about after they decided to change all the classification letters for 1A up to 4A, because that's how high it went in Pennsylvania football, pretty much all Pennsylvania sports. But they added two more, a 5A and a 6A, which shook up the whole classification system. I remember one school, which is Minersville area, used to be a 3A school. Now it's a 1A school. North Schuylkill was also 1A school, now moved up to 2A. While Pottsville, mine, we dropped down to 3A, but then when they restructured, we went back up to 4, which we were considering convertible. We could have been a 3A or a 4A, but now we're definitely a 4A. So I don't know what's going on with the scouts. That's one thing I'm a little upset about is with those scouts. Why are they just looking at social media anymore or what? I need that type of information. I would love to talk to a scout about that, how they do that part of the process to try to find these guys, because some of these guys could be diamonds in the rough and you never know. So like, subscribe, comment in the comments. I'll see you next time.